Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined again with Chris Mann and John Urrutia. John, Chris, benefits having a competent, qualified CPA for a small business owner. What are some of them?
Well, I think that we can help with not only the taxes, but also talking about, how are they going to grow the business? How are they going to price things right? A lot of times I think business owners tend to not price their product or their service correctly, and to where the model produces a profit. You see that all the time, and you get back to the point where you're not in business just to trade dollars, and take on all this risk, or just to have a job. I mean, the purpose of the business is to make a profit, and so now how do we figure out how do we do that? And so that's one of the things we do with clients, particularly small business owners.
Yeah, and with that, we can look at very different ways of doing that. One would be setting them up in the right tax structure. Another would be going through their financial statements and making sure they're making good business decisions and actually looking at the financial statements timely. Another could be making sure they set up a retirement plan, making sure that they have an adequate amount of insurance and the right coverage.
How about cost analysis? Do you do cost analysis benefits for a small employer on when a good time to bring another staff person is on from a financial standpoint?
We certainly do that, and we do a lot also with the marketing too. When somebody has a marketing budget and you see somebody has a big marketing expense or advertising expense, and one of the questions I ask them is that really paying off for you? Because some people, I think, just throw dollars at marketing or advertising just because they're supposed to, but it doesn't always pay off. And so you've got to track that stuff. And so what we try to do is remind them that this is something that you really got to pay attention to, because you don't want to just keep throwing that money to that line item if it's not paying off. And so that goes hand in hand with some of the things you're talking about there.
And the biggest point we try to drive home is if you think about who has the biggest opportunity to save somebody money in a given year, it's got to be the person who's doing the books, making sure the books are current, up to date, you're accounting for all your expenses, and then paying a good CPA to do your taxes. Because if you look at all the opportunities throughout a year, the person who has the biggest opportunity to save you the most money is your accountant. So if you're going to put some money somewhere, it's probably good to put it into your accounting system and your accounting records, and then put it into your CPA. Another benefit that we have for the outside TV viewers is if you want to come in, we'll sit down and we'll go over what the pros and cons of a sole proprietorship, the pros and cons of an S Corp, of a C Corp, of an LLC, and what may be good for one person may not be good for the other. And that goes back to, again, getting really involved with the client and the case, the business, and making sure that you're putting them in the best tax structure that's for them and their situation.
All right. Some of our viewers out there that maybe have not been aware of who you guys are or where you're located. Where are you located? How do I get an appointment? What's your website?
Our website's www.muncpas.com. We're located behind Tahoe Keys Liquors on James Avenue, and our number is 530-544-6111.
I appreciate it. Come back. One more Q&A session.
Fantastic.
All right.
Great.
Stay tuned. More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show right after the break.